What's going on, guys? We are coming at you with another new video. This is a surprise. Mega doesn't even know what it is.
Do you though?
I do, because I planned the videos for today.
Oh, but we're reacting to videos.
And we are reacting to...
Tom Brady?
Close your eyes.
An old, it better not be an old video of ours. Oh my God.
Sparage reacting to our day of eating.
I thought we were friends with him. He's not nice. I mean, we've never spoken to him.
Yeah, never spoken to him before. But I don't know that we're friends. I feel like we have similar dietary beliefs. He just takes them a little bit more to the extreme, which is fine.
Do you know what he says?
No, we haven't watched it. It has 1,200 likes, 30 downvotes, so seems to be well received. And
in what way, though?
Sparage is usually not very nice. He usually does vegan reaction videos. If you don't know anything about him...
He's great. I do enjoy watching him.
I'll link his channel down below. He's into mostly, last time I checked, like raw meat, really like a primal, primitive diet.
But like in the most... aggressive way possible. Mm-hmm. He's like as close to the camera as possible, like eating the grossest part of the testicles and brain. Like,
I think that's part of the whole message, though. Yeah.
And maybe this is all coming out. I mean, I feel like that, but I feel like I'm gonna definitely feel like that if he's mean.
I assume he's gonna be mean, right? He's not gonna be nice.
But I've never like seen people be mean about me on camera. You know, like I read comments, I internalize it. I'm like, babe, why did this person say this?
It makes me nervous.
It makes me very nervous. Sparage is not nice because Abby Sharp did a reaction video once, but she's not going to be like, look at this fatty, like eating bone broths.
Yeah, that's what Sparage will do.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Ay, ay, ay. Not a good surprise. And I'm pregnant, so I'm hormonal.
A lot of you requested that I should review a Keto, what I eat in a day video. This one's by Keto Connect.
It's bright and early, 5 a.m. Theo is not feeling well. He has a 104 fever. And I'm making my morning coffee. I've been doing French press lately. Saw her interview with Keto in the Chaos the other day. She does this, so I started doing it. It's called Soleil. Is it Soleil? Yeah. Soleil water. You just put salt in with water and you let it fully dissolve. So I left this overnight, and you can see there's still some salts in the bottom, so the water has absorbed as much.
He's already laughing at you.
Firstly, about the coffee. Of course, doing a ketogenic diet has a lot of benefits, but you can also do it wrong. I'm not saying that they do it wrong, but we'll see. My point is that if you do need coffee to wake up or to have energy for the day, then you're doing something wrong, because it should not be like that. All that it does is create stress in the body. It's fake energy, and long term it will have a lot of bad effects on the body. I've never heard of...
I mean, I agree.
I agree.
Yeah.
A lot of people...
That's known, though.
It's not that well known. You'll see, like...
That
the research goes back and forth. No, some people are like, coffee's actually really great for you. It's super healthy.
No.
That belief is out there.
Yeah, I don't agree.
I'm not fooling myself. I do understand when I drink coffee every day, not good for you.
Yeah.
How bad it is for you, I think, is,
up to debate.
Definitely up to debate.
Salt and water together. There's no way that this much sodium will be in any way good for you. It will only cause mineral imbalance.
He thinks you're going to drink it all, though.
Sodium as possible. Mineral imbalance, potentially, I guess. But I think if you're sweating, you want some sodium, additional sodium.
You probably don't need this much sodium, like on a daily basis.
This isn't something I do that often.
You don't drink a lot of water.
Yeah.
You kind of get in and out of kicks. You're like, soy water for a week, only beef liver for a week, things like that. So
yeah. This is a kick.
Sparage doesn't know us.
And then I'll just do like a tablespoon. She said a tablespoon has 1,400 milligrams of sodium once it's fully dissolved. I haven't double checked that, but sounds right. Yeah, I used to do this before. I haven't done it in a while. And then I've been doing this creamer lately. It's mostly coconut.
That's just one of those weird keto whatever trends that people do. Yeah, it's very similar to veganism when you look at how religious these ideas are.
Coconut cream, we'll do a pretty good amount of it.
Maybe he doesn't tolerate dairy. Coconut cream is not the worst thing in the world, but it looks like it's some packaged, pasteurized version of it. That's no good.
Theo's clocking in at 105.
104.
Wow. The kid looks super healthy. Really good amount of body fat. Well-developed face.
Oh my God.
Really good parents.
Oh, really good
I'm gonna
parents.
cry. I thought he was gonna say something mean.
I feel like you can, when you look at a child, unless it's really obvious, like the distended belly, you can kind of see what you want to see. Like, you could look at him and be like, super healthy, healthiest baby ever.
Or fat, right?
He's 97th percentile BMI. But every time I go to the doctor, I'm like, this is all like standard American dieters, people feeding their baby rice cereal and formula. So it's like, I don't know if going by that, like, is being in the healthy range at the doctor's office, is that even good? I don't know. That's sort of my...
But he probably also knows that we don't feed our baby oats based on the fact that we're keto. You know, things that are vegan.
Yeah.
Or party.
Okay, we got a compliment.
And you can already tell that this is not a vegan day of eating because 99% of vegans are infertile and childless.
So it is 8:35.
I don't know if it's 99%.
What'd he say?
99% of vegans are infertile and childless. I would love to see a study of like 10 plus year vegans and their fertility rates. I think over time it drops to 0. I would agree.
But I wouldn't say 99% of vegans right now.
Because people are just like, oh, I'm vegan today.
Yeah.
For the week.
For like exactly.
Like Lizzo's a vegan for a week. Or
Who's
like
Lizzo?
a cleanse. The person that does it's a choppa. Isn't that Lizzo?
Rapper?
Yeah.
The woman? She's vegan?
Well,
you're right.
She did it for like 10 days or something.
I saw that.
Right now, and Theo is sleeping. Poor little man.
I don't know what this is exactly, but most of this technology will just emit more radiation, as if you don't have enough of it.
Right now, I'm gonna make.
He would understand if he had a kid, though.
It is a thought that went through my mind when I bought it. I was like, there is some bad consequences to this. I think the risk reward is in our favor. I like having it.
Because if he's sleeping in his crib.
Yeah, it's definitely a concern, though. You don't want to be putting tons of electronics in the baby's room if you can help it.
But Sverige is not going to have kids. He'll never understand the need to, like, keep an eye on your child.
He might have kids. He might already have kids. I don't even know.
Oh, that's true. I just assume he's, like, the single kind of guy eating his beef brain and, like, that's it.
Here is what I'm gonna put in it, and I haven't done
my
a
God.
bulletproof coffee in months and
You
months.
picked this one.
Is she also dairy intolerant? Still, why use that vegan nonsense? Strange. She also needs coffee.
Months. I like to just start
Decaf.
off normally with
Not
like
good
coffee and a
role
little bit of,
models,
like, cream
but okay.
or nut pods or something. But I thought this would be nice. So here is
Then
actually
again,
it's a decaf. So
maybe
this
they
is
don't
a
want to
decaf
be.
I like. I get it off Amazon, and then I'm gonna do
decaf.
some coconut
Okay.
oil, MCT oil powder, and then just a nice splash of cashew milk, and I'll blend that up, and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so here is my coffee, and it's pretty good.
Oh,
Not my
that's a lot.
favorite MCT powder. I prefer chocolate or vanilla for sure. And then I'm gonna wake up.
Oh my God,
Theo,
don't watch this,
and we're gonna
Sverige.
head out, and I'm also
Skip.
gonna take this
Yeah.
along with me.
Okay, it's 10 a.m.
My problem with these keto trends nowadays, they look way too much like veganism with all the powders and the sort of supplements and all of this garbage. Too commercial, too trendy at this point.
That's a good bit.
All the keto bars and whatnot. This
It is trendy and commercial, that's for sure.
But you know what I'm realizing as I'm like watching him watch us is like, why do I care so much about his opinion? But when I watch like Abby Sharp, or you know, if a vegan person watched our video, I'd be like, whatever. Like I don't care. I'm not nervous. But for some reason, I just like, I'm acting as if he's authority. He's smart.
Well, I think because...
But like, is he 100% doing it right?
I think he's doing it more right than Abby Sharp, which
Yes,
is
I
weird
know.
to say.
But is he doing it more right than we are?
It's all
Probably.
up for debate. See, here's the thing. I think, if you're trying to really be the most optimal, I think what Sverige is doing is probably up there. But I'm like willing to sacrifice certain things to where like fitting into society is somewhere on my checklist of things I'd like to have, like nice to haves, like, you know, having friends.
For me, that's a
having
must.
yeah, it's a must. So like, but there is something cool and sort of noble about being just completely uncompromising and being like, F society, I'm eating my, you know, beef brains on the park bench because that's what I'm doing.
But
you know.
what got you to that point? You know, what was your childhood like? Where's this trauma that might be deep-rooted? And also, I've seen his videos, and all of his friends are the same way. They all just eat like raw chicken and raw this and that, and so it's like it's easy for him to fit in with his friends. That
I think the
only
friends
eat raw.
were cultivated maybe after the fact. I don't know if it was like they grew up together eating raw.
Yeah, so he's in his own bubble then, you know?
He's probably forming a bubble of some
Yeah.
kind, yeah. Everyone does.
doesn't look bad. Eggs, super healthy. Hey, it would be better if they were raw. Just put them in a glass, drink them. But okay, hey. Looks not super overcooked. What that weird meat is or whatever that is. Avocado. Hey, why not? It doesn't have any
Oh my God, what did
macronutrients
I eat
really,
today?
but if
Jeez.
you want.
And this is my breakfast. I've been doing this a lot lately. I just kind of rotate between 2 or 3 different breakfasts or lunches. Breakfast sausage. This is
basically sodium out of it. Doesn't matter what kind of salt you use. It's a rock, and salt, because it's just a rock, accumulates in your brain, unlike minerals that you get from natural food. Really not a good idea to ever eat salt. Besides that, once you stop it, you will realize how incredibly disgusting it is. I can never imagine eating salt.
Calories or so, maybe. I don't know about that. I mean, yeah, minerals do accumulate, but like, I think there's a pretty good history of adding salt, especially in just preserving food. Like, there's a lot of populations that ate lots of salt.
Yeah, but also the foods he's consuming might be higher in so like we're not eating like all these raw meats he's eating. He eats like every part of the animal, right? Like he drinks blood, and I'm not even like exaggerating. So there's a lot of sodium in blood. Yeah.
Maybe a little less. Someone's back and better than ever. Ear infection.
And I'm having lunch, and Theo's finally eating some. Yeah, he's having some cheese. Okay, maybe he's not. Don't put it in my soup. So I am having one of these soups. I really like them, and you can get them in store. I think I've seen them at Whole Foods, Sprouts. I added some extra chicken because it's 19 grams of protein, but like that little piece of chicken, and that's also from the broth, so I like to add some meat to it if I can. And then I also added some extra bone broth that we had in the fridge, and this is bone broth from when we made our short rib.
As far as cooked food goes, this is very good. Bone broth, she understands that she should add more meat to it because the package says 19 grams. Again, a bit of a vegan mindset, because obviously you're not actually gonna get that out of it. It's just a writing made by somebody. It doesn't mean super much at all.
On Monday, I'm gonna add pork rinds to it. So anytime I have soup or a hot liquid, I add pork rinds to it, and they become crispy. It's basically like croutons, but way better.
And then I have an interview in 30
Also,
minutes. We're doing pretty well so far, I would say.
All I care about is that he thinks our baby's beautiful and healthy. I just want everyone to think our baby's beautiful and healthy.
With keto chef
if you want something, that's also a good idea.
Theo's eating an Adapt bar.
He's finally chowing and he's choosing an Adapt bar.
Don't give it to Julius or he'll die.
Alright guys, a big shout out to Thrive Market for sponsoring this video.
So he wasn't upset about the Adapt bar. That's pretty good ingredients. It's just mainly coconut oil.
I'm sure he just doesn't. He's
He
not
probably doesn't even know.
reacting
He's like,
to,
what's an Adapt bar?
or he's not reacting like Theo's day of eating.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
3 ribeye steaks, 3 fillets, 3 New York strips, and then 3 top sirloins.
Looks like
I
food.
think we might have eaten all of them.
I understand why people like steaks, but really they're just overpriced. Maybe they got them cheaper, but even then, in general, you could just eat heart. It's way healthier and
It's not as accessible though.
I mean, steak tastes really good.
Heart tastes like steak. Remember, I was loving
Heart tastes
heart.
pretty good.
But it's not like we can't just go and get heart that easily.
Yeah, maybe it's easier. I think he lives in somewhere Eastern Europe, like Ukraine or something.
In like Germany or something. Maybe.
Yeah, he travels around Eastern Europe, I know. But yeah, it's like you can't just go to the grocery store here and get a beef heart, really.
I mean, our local farm that we get orders from doesn't even always have beef heart.
If we tried hard, we could get it and have it every day if we wanted, probably. But steaks taste really good. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
more mineral dense, CoQ10 and so on also. Of course, that's something you may have to order at the butcher, and some people don't want to bother, blah, blah, blah.
Unpackaged. So we got more of these. These are our favorite. We go through these and we do taco night, breakfast.
Coconut wrap.
Yeah, taco night every week, and then we do breakfast tacos, and these are great. I should have gotten more. On this challenge, he's been looking for snacks he can have, so I got him some of these.
Here's the thing, again, just like veganism,
It's nice.
if you want to eat carbohydrates and you want tacos, then just eat them. Hey, if you get super satisfied by eating some coconut tacos or whatever, which are very low carb, then okay, but what if your body is actually telling you that you want some carbohydrates, but you religiously follow keto? Maybe even a lot of the keto people eat carbs, but don't say that to the viewers, same as the vegans who eat meat, just because they don't want to lose face, so to speak. You gotta understand.
That is a good point, but like...
No, I don't think that's I think the lying, and eating carbs or whatever, that could be a good point. But I don't
listening
think
to your body.
I don't think our bodies really want
I think
tacos.
our body sends us mixed signals, especially if you're in any point of standard American diet recovery.
But tacos isn't something that like our bodies
Is a craving,
need.
yeah.
It's literally just like I want something that resembles a taco. But yeah, I could just eat the meat that goes in the taco and be happy too.
It's not necessarily like a carb craving, though. It's just like tacos. I want tacos. It could be coconut wraps. It could be like corn tortillas.
Yeah.
It's kind of it does the same thing for the craving.
But yeah, it's not like something that our bodies need. Like if I was actually craving something where it was like chocolate, could be like magnesium, right?
Maybe, but I think the grand point of not being dogmatic and having like a strict, I don't know, it's tough because
He
if you,
seems pretty dogmatic though, doesn't he?
in some ways, but like, yeah, in an ideal world, you would be open like, oh, maybe my body's craving carbs, I'll have carbs. But also, if you are, 200 pounds overweight and you're trying to lose weight, and you're just like, I'm going to listen to my body, Snickers bars, it's telling me I need Snickers bars. Like, that doesn't really work either.
Yeah.
There's some sort of happy medium, probably. I mean, assuming you're confined to natural foods. If you have certain cravings, maybe it makes sense. I don't know.
Like, I'm
It's
sure
tough.
he doesn't have any cravings. And, like, not that he's on a pedestal, but he's on, like, his high horse. Like, if your body, if you're craving this, your body wants it. Because his body doesn't crave anything.
Yeah,
right?
when his body craves things, it's probably pretty accurate.
Yeah, it's, like, natural, and it's, like, testicles.
For me, yeah.
I'm saying the things he's actually eating, so
Yeah.
you guys understand who he is.
For me, I'm more like snacking. So, like, I'm eating keto bars and stuff. So my true signaling of, like, what I'm craving is not 100% pure the way that his probably is.
Right.
Understand it yourself. Listen to your body and think. Obviously, if a vegan eats fake meat, they want meat. If a keto guy or girl eats whatever tacos or tries to make a pizza, then maybe just eat some fruit and satisfy those carb cravings. But again, I suppose that this channel is kind of based on keto and it's their income, so it would be hard for them to do that.
I got more nut pods because I love this flavor as well, French vanilla. I always get stuff like on sale because I can't. Did you open this?
Oh, yeah, Theo had some.
Oh my god, I was like, we can't be sponsored anymore. I got some pilly nuts because
Yeah, the sponsoring also on
just
that.
going to town.
Yeah.
Wow. And then the last couple things I got were this chili garlic hot sauce. We've been doing a lot of Asian stuff lately, so I thought just to add a little spice. This is my favorite
Yeah, a little,
dressing.
because it's
I don't
toxic
like
and you
ranch,
wouldn't add
but
anymore.
This one's super good.
This is my dinner. It's probably like maybe 10 ounces of steak. That's Mega's. She's having some kimchi.
This is my favorite.
Okay, the steak looks way too overcooked. It's really destroying the whole purpose of eating. They really overcook their food too much. Just leave it at least somewhat rare. Hey, medium rare. Asparagus, I guess. I don't see why.
It is. We cook our meats rare. It's just we get it really crispy on the outside. Has he never seen a cooked steak?
He's probably not up on like the latest culinary artistry. But
I mean, no, you don't, like, if you eat a rare steak, but it's cooked, it's not like rare on the outside.
yeah, you want
You have
crisp
to
on the outside, rare on the inside.
He hasn't even seen the inside. He has no idea what we are eating.
But you can tell it's thin, and if it's pretty well cooked, then maybe it's not that.
If
but
I
these
cooked
were pretty
under-
rare. These were pretty rare.
Yeah.
But I don't really adhere to his philosophy of like overcooking your steak is that bad. He's
Well, a lot
really-
of the nutrients are kind of stripped away, right? The heat.
No.
don't think so? Okay.
No.
I'm wrong.
That's the major dispute, I would say. He's a believer. I think he even maybe believes in like some sort of energy aspect of food. Like, if you get it fresh from an animal, there's a different sort of like cosmic energy. He probably wouldn't say it like that.
Cosmic?
Yeah.
What does that even mean?
Then if you get something that's been like frozen in the freezer at Aldi for 2 years.
How does it affect you?
No, you just like maybe it's more of like a living, active food. When you cook stuff for a really long time, all you really lose is some, not a lot, of the water-soluble vitamins. So like in steak, you mainly are eating it for the fat-soluble vitamins and the protein. So like maybe you lose a little bit of B vitamins, but I don't think it's really that big of a deal. He obviously would disagree with that.
What about like charring a steak? Where's like the carcinogens?
Charring a steak maybe is bad. I think it's unproven, but yeah, some people will say like burnt meat is a carcinogen. I think that's disputed too.
Why do they believe that vegetables are healthy? Obviously they are not. They're just man-made toxic sticks of death.
Is there a mushroom deal?
They're not man-made. I mean, they're
Toxic sticks of death.
they've been bred, right? But like,
Well, asparagus could be wild.
yeah, and so are mushrooms. We're literally eating wild.
Yeah, those are wild vegetables.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, a lot of them are bred.
They existed, right? Cauliflower existed once upon a time. It was very bitter and
No, they're all bred from the same plant.
cauliflower is
Cauliflower, broccoli, kale, all those are like from the same plant. They just like bred different aspects of the plant to be more prominent.
Oh my god, that's so cool.
Yeah.
I had no idea. I want to learn about this now.
These 6 common vegetables are actually the same plant.
Cool. So we got Brussels sprouts, we got broccoli, cauliflower, kohlrabi, kale, and cabbage.
It's all the same plant. They just selectively bred for different parts of it. This sort of makes even a bigger point too, is like, yeah, should it be this hard to find plants that are...
But could we eat the wild mustard plant?
I think so.
Like if we found it, what would it taste like?
Do I think vegetables are healthy? I'm pretty much on the same page. I don't think they're that healthy. Especially, they're not as healthy as like the mainstream would have you believe. The mainstream nutrition advice. You can have no vegetables. I think that's fine.
But on a spectrum, guys, you know? Like look at what I've eaten. I've had cinnamon toast, MCT powder, and vegetables. Like on a spectrum, I'd rather eat the vegetables. Those are healthy compared to just this MCT powder I'm eating. Right?
Yeah, I think that's why we think vegetables are healthy, just because of displacement. Like we eat them and then we don't eat something that's worse for us. So like vegetables are maybe less bad than like Cinnamon Toast Crunch breakfast cereal.
Okay, so what would he say if I was like, well, I'm craving broccoli?
I don't know what he'd say to that. He'd probably say eat broccoli.
Exactly. So, I mean, when I'm pregnant, I crave a lot more vegetables. I'm pregnant in this video.
Mushrooms.
You cooked them.
Little meat imitations. Really no point. It's okay, but what's the point of feeding it to the baby? There's literally zero nutrients. Maybe
So part of having a kid, I think, is just getting them to eat as much as possible. Because a lot of the time they're
Textures,
just
tastes,
Yeah.
and that has been shown to develop their palate over time. They're less picky as adults.
So sometimes he'll have steak and he'll have broccoli. And I think Sferage's belief is like, if you put those two foods in front of him, he would just eat all the steak and not eat the broccoli.
Not this guy.
Sometimes it's the opposite.
Yeah.
Sometimes he just wants the broccoli and it's just like whatever he wants.
And he's so like instinctual because he can't speak. Like he's such a baby. I feel like Sverige would say, or I at least would say, if he's only eating all the broccoli and not the steak, like his body just wants the broccoli, right?
Or it could just be because there's like butter on the broccoli. He
There's
likes
butter.
a lot.
We put tallow on the steak. Like both are just as delicious.
he's just tasting some juices of the meat, and that's why he eats it. But it's pointless at best.
See, I don't think
if
he
not
really
harmful.
knows though.
One of the mushrooms just has tons of salt on it because Theo adds the salt. And he does it in the same place.
So good. Theo, you want some steak?
You should really not feed a child, definitely not a baby, toddler, any salt. It's gonna cause a lot of migraines and whatnot. Really bad idea.
Let's see if you prefer steak or mushroom.
And Theo is making a mess, but I think this is good for his creativity and stuff. This is going to be my after dinner snack. I got these Quest chips here. Barbecue is my favorite.
Those are so
and
good though.
A little square of chocolate. This is 88% dark chocolate.
Again, Quest chips, I guess it's low carb chips, I assume. Obviously, your body is asking for carbs then, except if it's asking for tons of salt or something.
I mean, it's because it tastes good. I'm not thinking that it's super healthy for me. I mean, I like just having my treats. Like, part of it is just behavioral, like having my treats, watching my shows. Like, obviously he would laugh at that, but like that's a part of my life that I enjoy.
Yeah, and he keeps saying it's like a religion, but like isn't any eating style that could be like a religion? Like his style of eating is very religious, you know?
There's elements of religion to almost everything.
Yeah,
anything
so
you start believing.
The way he eats is like a vegan too. I would say he's more like a vegan in terms of like the eating mindset than we are.
Like this.
And if you guys don't know, you can get these at most grocery stores these days, and I think it's like 4 net carbs per bag.
Besides that, chips are just one of the unhealthiest things you could possibly eat. It doesn't matter how you make them. It's just guaranteed heart disease.
Time for bed.
Okay, pretty alright diet overall, especially if you compare it to what most people eat nowadays. But is it anything close to our optimal, natural diet? Not at all. There's no organ meats, not even seafood. You could add some lobster or whatnot. Okay, that may be expensive. But organ meats are the most nutritious foods. Maybe they eat it sometimes. That's just one day of what they eat. But I wouldn't be surprised if they don't. Eat some liver, eat some brain. Replace the steaks with some heart sometimes. The guys, also the toddler, should eat some testicles. Also because the food was so overcooked, especially the meat, which is where most of the nutrients are at, they didn't really get many of the water-soluble vitamins, unfortunately. Some fat-soluble vitamins for sure, especially from the eggs, vitamins A, D, maybe some K2. Then of course they got a lot of toxins, and the salt obsession, especially in the keto community, is horrible. It should really stop. It's incredibly unhealthy. What's going on?
What do you think?
Yeah, it was fine.
Let's say we got like a B.
Yeah, I mean, he picked a decent day of eating, and
Yeah, we eat seafood sometimes. We eat organ meats sometimes. We could probably eat them more. I just don't like them that much.
Organ meats?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have liver in the fridge right now. But I've been taking liver pills every day. I didn't show him my pills because I'm pregnant, so.
Yeah, salt intake. I basically just take as much extra salt as is necessary and I gauge how I feel. But like on average, I probably do, I guess I do add a lot of salt to my food. Maybe like 2 grams per day of additional sodium. Not terrible. I'm pretty happy with the result.
It was fun to watch him do it.
Yeah.
Because I've always like enjoyed his take. So.
It's very extreme.
Yeah, but it wasn't so extreme with us. I guess because he's used to doing like vegan ones where he stops like every 2 seconds to say something.
Comment down below if we should react to one of his days of eating.
Yeah, that'll be fun.